بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. إخواني الأعزاء، نجدد الترحيب بحضراتكم في بداية الوحدة السابعة بعنوان Dates to Remember. And in this unit we'll discuss the use of past simple, also to make a revision, also how to make questions and negatives in the past simple tense, and time expressions, the use of adverbs, as well as special occasions. So we have to focus on how to make sentences in negative and question in the past simple, and we'll discuss the time expressions, adverbs, special occasions later, inshallah. We have here many questions asking about events happened in the past, and we have three choices in each question as answers, and we have to use choose the correct answer. But the purpose of these questions is to how to make the structure of the question in the past. And if you notice all these questions, you will find that in these questions the auxiliary verb that they are used in these questions, the auxiliary verb did or was or were. So when did Henry Ford sell the first Model T motor car? So did. When was the first talking movie the jazz singer was? And so on for all questions. So you have to use the auxiliary verb in the past while you want to make a question. So you have to take a look on these questions, and you have to check the structure or the pattern of each question in order to make the pattern with the correct. Now let's listen to tape script 7.1 in order to hear the questions and how to structure.
Unit 7, tape script 7.1, 20th century quiz. 1. Henry Ford sold the first Model T in 1908. 2. The first talking movie, The Jazz Singer, was in 1927. 3. Einstein published his theory of relativity about 100 years ago. 4. The Russian Revolution was in 1917. 5. The first non-stop flight around the world was about 60 years ago. 6. About 60 million people died in the Second World War. 7. The Berlin Wall came down in 1989. 8. Man first landed on the moon on July the 20th, 1969. 9. The Beatles had 17 number 1 hits in the UK. 10. The 20th century ended at midnight on the 31st of December 2000.
So you as you listen to this tape script, the answer also was in the past simple tense by using the auxiliary verb in the past, or by using the main verb with regular or irregular verb. So all these questions with the use of auxiliary verb, correct auxiliary verb, was or did or were, and the answer also will be in the past. So you have to use the auxiliary verb in the past simple tense to make a question or negative, as we previously mentioned in the other units. Now we have the good old days, past simple questions and negatives. So let's listen to this tape script. Then we have to show this activity, please.
Tape script 7.2. The good old days.
Grandad, when you were a boy, did you have television?
Of course we had television, but it wasn't a colour TV like now. It was black and white.
And were there lots and lots of channels? How many TV channels were there?
Only 2, but that was enough. We loved it. And there were programmes all day long. Nothing in the morning and nothing in the afternoon.
Oh no! What time did programmes begin?
At 4:30, when children's TV started, there were some great programmes for us children, I can tell you. We had real stories in those days.
Did your mum and dad give you pocket money?
Yes, but I worked for it. I cleaned the kitchen and did the washing up. We didn't have dishwashers in those days.
That's terrible! How much pocket money did you get?
My dad gave me 6pence a week. That's 2.5p these days. He didn't give me much, did he? But we bought comics and sweets.
What sort of comics did you buy?
Well, I bought a comic called The Eagle, and it was full of adventure stories. And Superman. That was really exciting.
Wow! Did you have holidays?
Yes, but not like nowadays. People didn't go abroad. I never took a plane like people do now. It was too expensive.
How did you get there?
My father drove. We had a Ford car. A Ford Prefect it was. We went to the same place every year.
Why did you go to the same place? Why didn't you go somewhere different?
Because we all liked it there.
Oh, I'm pleased I wasn't alive then. It sounds really boring.
Oh no, that's where you're wrong. It was the best fun ever.
After listening to this conversation between the little boy Tommy, the questions of Tommy, the little boy, to his granddad, all the questions were in the past, because he was asking about things and the life in the past and the habits and the life of the past. He was asking about the programs on TV, about sport, about pocket money, housework, comics, holidays in the past, and the granddad answer also in the past tense. So in this exercise we have to fill these blanks with the correct auxiliary verbs, also the correct WH questions. So you can listen once again to this conversation and try to complete these questions with the suitable, please. In tape script 7.3, listen and check with partner, ask and answer the questions. Also we have another tape script have a relation to this conversation and to this topic. So let's listen, please.
Tape script 7.3. 1.
How many TV channels were there?
2.
What time did programmes begin?
3.
How much pocket money did you get?
4.
What sort of comics did you buy?
5.
Where did you go on holiday?
6.
How did you get there?
7.
Why did you go to the same place?
So in this tape script and this exercise we have the pattern or the structure of the question in the past and how to make the question in the past and how to use the auxiliary verb and the interrogative. So in this exercise number 3, what did Bill say about these things, about color TV, about TV programs, about... So you have to rephrase the sentences and make answers for these points by rephrasing the answers and sentences of the granddad, and try to describe and make the sentences in the past as in the first example. What about color TV? It wasn't a color TV like now. So try to make a comparison and try to describe these things in past simple tense. And in exercise number 4, imagine what Bill said about these things, computers. In this example about computers, we didn't have computers in those days. So try to imagine and try to make sentences about these things by the same way for exercise number 3. In the grammar spot, write past simple forms. We have 2 columns, present simple and past simple. So in the column of present simple, we have examples in the present simple tense, and we have to rewrite them in the past simple tense, and try to make the change and try to correct the verbs according to the past simple. So in this example, I want to go. In the past, I wanted to go. He loves it will be he loved it. In the question sentences, do you watch TV? The structure of the sentence in the past will be, did you watch TV? Where does he work? In the past, where did he work? So in the negative, I don't buy sweets. The sentence in the past will be, I didn't buy sweets. And they don't go on holiday. They didn't go on holiday. So you have to make a difference between and try to recognize how to use the auxiliary verb in the present and in the past. In the present we use do or does. In the past we use did in negative and a question. And both these sentences of both these tenses don't have auxiliary verb in the in case of fact. In number 2, complete the time expressions. So you have to fill these blanks with the expressions, with time expressions expressed about the past, and try to use the prepositions here, the suitable prepositions. And to this point, we reach to the end of the first lecture of Unit 7. Thank you for paying attention.